Well, hi everybody, K5 here, and back again with a mini haul video. This time it's going to be the Matchbox that I discovered over the Christmas festival period. I was out hunting around and I knew that there was some pillow packs kicking around. And just recently we did that video on your 5 favourite fantasy castings, and I kind of knew that these mystery models, in amongst them there was a particular car that I didn't have that I should have picked up when I had the chance, and I wonder which one it could be. Let's take a little look, shall we? Yeah, there is a special way of checking it before you actually do check it. If you look on the front there, you can grab that number and it tells you which one you've got on the back there. Ooh. Right, so I think we all know what it's going to be, but I can't remember the cool seeing this one in the flesh, so let's crack it open and have a little look. There's the card, there's the goodies. I think I know, oh yes, a pink Astro Funk. Awesome. Let's stick that at the back there. And there it is. Wow. Liking that little green bubble on the top there. That's awesome. Oh yeah. Nice wheels too. Yeah, metal on metal. Can't go wrong. A pinky Astro Funk. So that's 2 down, 2 to go. Right, I'm not really one for hoarding, but I saw this car and I picked up all its buddies. I'm not going to keep all of them, so if you need one, let me know. They're awesome. But I am going to open this one. I really want to see what it's all about. So there we go. Short card Matchbox Cadillac 1. This is awesome. It does actually say on the base there 1/64 scale. So I'm always dubious about the Matchbox scaling system, and as you all know, currently the Matchbox are coming with this nice little plastic insert there to help protect your cars. Ooh, very interesting. Now, I really want somebody to take this car apart because I don't think there's an interior in here. In fact, there's just a solid black plastic window on there. It does actually say something cool on the back there. It says "Dreaming Big" on the back, and there it is, nice little presidential flag. I like it, I really like it. The Beast, fantastic, what a piece. Love, brilliant wheels as well, very, very cool. There's the Beast. It's quite light actually for what it is. I picked up this piece. This is the Polizei BMW M5 police car. Very nice. I'll be saving that for future police cracking, but I like the tampos on that. Again, this one says 1/64 on the base. Well, I suppose it could be. Cool. Well, let's hit the vintage. Now this piece here is not particularly old. Looks fairly old, but I mean, it's old enough. It's from 1992, I believe. Let's have a look on the back here. It tells you all about it. There's also a nice little story on the back of the card as well. So it's made in China from probably the international period. They are copyright 92. So would have hit the shops in around about 93. I remember when these models hit the shops actually. There's a nice little story. You might want to pause it there. Tells you some good information about the Matchbox history. And this is the piece we've got here, number 1. Now, number 1 was made primarily as a prototype piece, or more of a toy for the builder's daughter. And the story goes that she was really into bringing things home from school in matchboxes, and as a way to stop her doing that, her dad said, well, if I build you a toy that fits inside a Matchbox, will you please stop bringing home these worms and spiders? And so she said yeah. So she took the toy to school, and wow, that is skinny. Took the toy to school, and all the kids loved it so much that they decided to put it into manufacture. And to actually build the toy, they had to join forces with this guy, a J. Konstam, who owns the Moko trademark, and there it was. So was born the Moko toys, and they decided to release these vehicles in Matchboxes. Now this is a Matchbox. It's quite a big Matchbox though. I mean, it actually looks like a Matchbox, which is really, really cool. Obviously it fits in there, no problem whatsoever. But today I've got a real Matchbox. So let's get rid of the matches in there. There we go. Now it's now empty. Let's see if this thing fits inside here. So there we go. Oh yes, look. That's good. It's going to have a few problems though. Oh! Now I'm guessing that as this is a reproduction vehicle, it would originally come in green. Perhaps it may have fitted inside a normal Matchbox. But there we go. There's the Matchbox test. Perhaps Matchboxes in 1948 were a little bit bigger than what they are nowadays. But that's a lovely little piece. Would really like to get the original version of that from the Moko Lesney range, but for now this will do. And that leads me on quite nicely to number 1D. And this would have been number 1A. Here's number 1D, and this was released in around about 1962 and stayed in the line till around about 1967, when it was replaced by the very famous Mercedes lorry, like a flatbed lorry with a soft top on the back. I mean, this piece is an earlier one. It's not the earliest ones didn't have this hole in the base, but slightly later on they put in rivets as well to hold the base on. So although not being in particularly good condition, it is a fairly oldish one from around about 1963-64. Quite nice indeed. It's great to get these 60s Lesneys. I don't see too many of them around. This one is suffering a little bit there. Seems to have a slight bend in the back there, but it doesn't really subtract too badly from the model itself, given its age. Now I'm going to move swiftly onto this budgie I found. It's sort of around about from the same period, about 1960, 59-60. This is a budgie casting. Unfortunately missing its windscreen and a driver. But as you can see, the windscreen there is would have been made of cellophane type substance, possibly replaceable actually. Very nice indeed. This is a Packard convertible, metal on metal with, I believe, plastic wheels, and a post 59. So I'm going to go definitely around about 1960 for this piece. Very, very cool front end though. And moving swiftly on to this number 11. And this is the jumbo truck. I've been after a jumbo for a long time. I keep getting fairy trucks. And at some point we'll have a look at all the different construction vehicles from Matchbox that I've managed to accumulate. But I like this piece in particular. There's a nice hydraulic action there. Keeps the crane up high. And there's the weight box on the front there, which sits neatly over the cab. Very, very cool piece. Again, this one is a mid-production piece from around about 1963-64. Okay then, let's have a look at some Moko. So first up, we're going to have a look at this one. Now, it's a little bit of a shame, this piece, because the actual piece itself is relatively in good condition, but unfortunately the paint on the top here seems to have got damaged. I'm guessing at some point somebody decided to play in the water with it and didn't dry it off properly or something, I don't know. But it has seen quite a bit of damage on the top. But the striking thing about this, if you can just see in there, is there's no rust in the axles whatsoever. And that is incredible, really. especially for an old Moko. You quite often see them with lots of rust and dilapidation going on. But overall, the condition isn't too bad and actually complete, and even the tow hook is in one piece. So very pleased to have that, regardless of the paint chippage on the top there. I'm going to show you is this one. Oh dear, it's missing, unfortunately missing this little barrel on the back here. But this is from around about 1956. This is the Foden. This is a number, I think it's 26. Yeah, 26A. It's original. Would originally had an orange barrel on the back there for mixing the cement. Very cute. Again, I found these two pieces together at a market stall, along with this one here and that budgie. So this was, I was just tracking around the market in Northampton. Absolutely splendid. This one found in my honey hole. Okay then, nearly time for the Moko of the month, but not quite for this one. This is very, very cool. This is the Weatherhill hydraulic excavator, and this is at number 24. There we go. And again, from around about 1956, and in remarkably good condition actually. A slight bit of rust. This is how you normally find them, with rusty axles, but overall the condition is pretty good. The paint is practically untouched, a few chips and blemishes. Interesting fact about this model, it was going to be called number 23. Little man in there, and on the wheels there you can just make out the number 23 if we spin it round. Let's have a look. There we go. It says 23 there on the wheel, and on the body it says number 24. So it was going to be 23, but ended up as 24. Interesting thing for people who collect these Mokos is that quite often they'll have little numbers and stuff written on the wheels, and that will actually give you a clue as to the number of the model, which really helps with this particular model, which is going to be my Moko of the month. Moko of the month, here it is, Moko. Wow, check that out. This is the London to Glasgow Bedford bus, and this one has no numbers anywhere at all. Look, it just says Lesney, England on the base. I didn't have too much trouble discovering which one it was though, although there is a little bit of an issue with it. Now this is actually called number 21. This is a 21A, and the reason I can tell it's a 21A is because the base, funnily enough, this is one of the first models with a base. The base is actually held on with these little tiny pins that are attached to the base and just push out through the sides of the vehicle. This was only in the lineup in this mode, this small. Look how small this is. This is the best thing. Look, here's the Cadillac, and there's the bus. Another thing about this particular model is the these tampos. Very, very, very hard to find with good tampos on. As you can see, they're chipped on both sides, and for some reason where they're mounted on the edge of the bus there, it just picks up play wear. So you've only got to touch these things and the tampos fall off. So very hard to find with good tampos. But I will say something about this piece. Apart from that, it is more or less mint. I mean, look at that. And there it is, my Moko of the month. Anyway, thank you for watching. This is K5 saying Happy New Year to everybody, and see you next time when I'm doing a little unboxing. Hopefully unboxing Mad Viper Spencer's box next. So anyway, Happy New Year everybody. It's K5 saying ta-ta for now.